Hi everyone, welcome back. We are going to discuss persuasive speaking. Your next speech that is coming up relatively quickly is your persuasive speech. So what is the difference between informative and persuasive? A few things that I really want to underline for you is informative speaking is choosing a topic and delivering the information as it is. This is the particular topic. This is the research and information that is out there on this particular topic. Persuasive speaking is relatively different. You will still inform your audience in your introduction. We're going to use Monroe's motivated sequence. You will want to make sure that you understand that organizational pattern. In the need section of Monroe's, you will want to identify the need to persuade this particular audience. So naturally, you're going to deliver a little bit of information or background about the topic in which you're trying to persuade your audience. However, with persuasion, you really want to get into your mind that you are choosing a side, that you're informing the audience about this side. So you're not just hitting them on the head with the persuasion. I want you to do this, or I want you to like this, or I want you to change this. You don't hit them on the head with it right away. You need to establish the need, get a buy-in from this particular audience. Okay? Then you will transition, once you do that, into your persuasive strategy. What do you want this audience to do? What do you want them to think? Are you trying to get them to buy something or change an opinion about something? You need to be very specific on what you want them to do. That will later translate in your call to action within your conclusion. Before you actually get there, though, in the main points of this speech, you need to frame that. What do you want them to do? How do you want them to think about this particular topic? You will frame this argument and use research to support your argument. It's not just Amber's idea that this is so great and everybody should do it. This could be my idea or my way of thinking, supported by research. What research has to say that this is the right position, that this is the right side, that this is the right way to do things. So you really want to have your claim and argument supported by research. Okay. You also want to bring in the opposition. Now you might be thinking, well, why would I do that? I want them to come to my side. I do not want them to know that there's an opposition out there. Most likely in an audience, you're going to have people that agree with you and you're going to have people that don't agree with you. Our goal in persuasive speaking is not to polarize the audience, and these people that don't agree with me, just forget them, and these people that agree with me, come on, and those people are so stupid. That is not our goal. Our goal is to identify, yes, there are people that believe me, and we already know that they're going to be on our side, and that's fantastic. But how do we at minimum plant a seed in the audience that doesn't agree with you, or even the neutral audience? How do we do that? We may not get them 100% on our side, but we may get them to understand, oh, this is why the other side thinks that. Okay. Now, I'm talking as if every topic has a binary, black and white. We know that that is not true, but when you're starting public speaking and you're starting to think through rhetoric and you're starting to think through persuasion, this is kind of the bare bones basics. You have a topic, there's one side and there's another side that we're just going to focus on here for this particular speech. So you're going to persuade based on your belief system and what you think and what the research has to say. And then you're going to introduce the opposition and say, but this is what the opposition has to say. And that could make sense based on X, Y, Z. And then you illustrate why your side is the right side, the stronger side, the better side, the more beneficial side. You still get them in. This is how you plant seeds in the opposition. This is how you get other people to say, oh, they did think about my side. Oh, they did think that there's another perspective or another way of thinking. And that breaks down walls, breaks down barriers for them to go, okay, I'm willing to listen to them for just a little bit longer. Or, okay, I'm willing to think about that position. They might not think that you're right. They might not think that your way is the right way of doing things or buying or believing or living, etc. But then they have another understanding of this position, your position or positionality. And so again, that helps bring people to your side, or at least helps move from one position to a neutral position. So again, just to recap, you're following Monroe's motivated sequence. We are still following an organizational pattern. You'll have an introduction. You'll have your main points. You'll have your transition. You will have a conclusion, but the pattern, the strategy is persuasive. The weaving of argumentation is persuasive. The method of research is persuasive. So you want to keep that top of mind. And then in the end, there better be a very clear call to action for this particular audience. I want this audience to do XYZ thing, and wrap all of that back into the conclusion and restate your main points and give them something to think about and really nail in that call to action. You want to be articulate. Delivery tips are still valid here. Any feedback that has been given to you thus far is so vital for this particular speech. When you deliver this speech, it should be everything that you've learned from your first speech until today. All of it gets tied together and you're delivering all of the skills that you've learned in these last 8 weeks. I hope this was helpful to you. I'm so excited to listen to your persuasive speeches. I know that you're working so hard and they're going to go really well. And so hopefully, again, this is helpful to you, and I will see you when you deliver that speech.